We'll start with our prayers. Prabhupada Praniti. We always pay our obeisances to Srila Prabhupada before we start our classes. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्यत देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा रस बिहारी राधे जय सीता राम लक्ष्मण भक्त हनुमान सीताराम लक्ष्मण भक्त हनुमान जय गौरानिताय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव पिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल Hare Krishna. Just a second, I'll try to change the device. The chart seems to be very less in this iPad. Give me 2 minutes. I'll try to connect through the laptop. Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Am I clearly audible?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Sorry, there was less charge in the other iPad, so I was worried if it may just completely go away. Password 1016, right? The screen share visible?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. So today we'll be trying to understand about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's a very, very, very big topic. There is a 9-volume books of Chaitanya Charitamrita, the biography of Lord Chaitanya. Like last week, we just came to know a little bit about Srila Prabhupada. So similarly, we will just try to understand who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, at least what is his position and why is he so important for us. So, before understanding Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, let us offer our pranam mantra to Lord Chaitanya. If you all have a notebook, I would request you all to please note down this mantra and please repeat after me. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate
Krishna Prema Pradayate.
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya.
Namne Gauratvishe Nama
Name Gauratvishe Nama.
Namo Mahabadanyaya
Namo Mahapadanyaya.
Krishna Prema Pradayate
Krishna Prema Pradayate.
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya.
Namne Gauratvishe Nama
Namne Gauratvishe
Namo Mahabadanyaya
Namo Mahavadanyaya.
Krishna Prema Pradayate
Krishna Prema Pradayate.
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya
Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya.
Namne Gauratvishe Nama
Namne Gauratvishe Nama.
the O munificent incarnation. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the incarnation of Lord Krishna himself, is the most munificent incarnation. What do you mean by the word munificent? Munificent means very, very
The
kind.
best of the bunch. Okay, okay.
Full of compassion and very, very kind. So your Krishna himself appearing as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not different from Krishna. You have assumed the golden color of Srimati Radharani and you are widely distributing the pure love of Krishna. So Lord Krishna in the mood of Srimati Radharani taking the features of the color of Radharani, taking her bhava, what is he doing? Krishna prema pradhayate. He is giving the love of Krishna to everyone. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance is to give the love of Krishna to everyone. We offer our respectful obeisances to you. So, like always, when we meet the God, when we meet the great personalities, when we meet the Guru, we always offer our respectful obeisances. So, similarly, this is a pranam mantra to greet Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, written by Rupa Goswami. So, by the mercy of Srila Rupa Goswami, the disciple of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, let us try to know a little bit about Lord Chaitanya. So Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, he said, Sarva dharman parityajya, mam ekam sharanam vraja, aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami masuja. He said, Abandon all varieties of dharma and just surrender to me, and I will get rid of all your sinful reactions and give you liberation. Masuja, do not worry. But then Krishna went back to his Dharma. After completing his pastimes in Dwapara Yuga, Krishna went back to his Dharma. So now Krishna is always worshipped so far very reverently, like Narayana, like Govinda. When you see Govinda, Narayana, what do you get? You're approaching him in a very, very respectful way, right? In a very revered way, in a respectful way. Like you always maintain some distance, right? You don't even go very close to the God. You maintain with respect and with reverence, you pray. But when Lord Krishna was in Vrindavan, in Brajabhumi, how was his relation with his parents and with Gopas and Gopis, with his friends? How was Lord Krishna?
Like any other normal
Yeah.
human being.
Yeah, he was exchanging very sweet relationships, right, with his mother.
Yeah.
His mother even bound him once. The Damodar Leela, which we will see the next week's class for the car. And he was even he was stealing the friend's tiffin. The friends were stealing his tiffin, and they were teasing him. And Krishna was enjoying. He was just behaving like any other normal child. And Krishna enjoyed that position. He liked to be bound. He liked to be taken care of. Though he is a supreme personality of Godhead, but he liked that kind of a rasa. For example, if somebody is a judge in the court, everybody is approaching him with lot of respect and reverence. But at home, when he goes, his wife may ask him, "Get me a glass of water." His children might, just go on him like a horseback, isn't it? So he's not in the same relation with his family. When he goes back to the home, he is like any other normal human being. He would like to exchange the relation with different people. So similarly, Krishna was exchanging varieties of relationship in Vrindavan, in Vrajabhumi, when he appeared in Dwapara Yuga. And as a, there are five principal rasas. The highest, topmost rasa is Madhurya rasa, which Krishna exchanged with the gopis, and then the Sakya Rasa, which he exchanged with the cowherd boys of Vrindavan as a friends, and then it was Vatsalya Rasa, where Krishna was treated as a son by Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, and even many elderly Gopas and Gopis, they treated Krishna as their own son. And then it was Dasya Rasa, where many people were serving Krishna in the form of Dasya as a servant, and then the Shanta Rasa, which was very less visible, but the other four rasas were predominant in the Braja. So Krishna wanted to give that kind of prema to everybody. So he descended himself in the form of a devotee. So he came in the form of devotee, like a teacher. When a teacher is doing an experiment, the teacher himself or herself will do that experiment and show, like a student, isn't it? Even though it's a teacher, the teacher shows by practice, by practical experiment, how to do it. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, although he is Lord Krishna himself, he came in the form of a devotee to show us how to perform the devotional service. He showed us a practical manner of devotional service, how to do the devotion. So, and the highest devotion he gave, that is the Prem, Krishna Prema. So even previously, till the Dwapar Yuga, everybody could know only Krishna in the form of Narayana with reverence. Nobody knew about Radha and Krishna. Was the topic was very, very confidential. It was not easily available. But by the costless mercy of Lord Sri Krishna, he appeared in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and delivered and given us the highest love for Krishna. Okay? And Krishna appears only once in the day of Brahma. Remember in the previous class, we saw one day of Brahma contains how many manus? 14 manus. And each manu has 71 manvantras. And each manvantra, there are 4 yugas. So, among the 14 manus of Brahma, and in the 7th Manu, in the 28th Manvantra, Krishna appears himself. In other incarnation, Krishna appears through his expansions, but not by himself. So only once Krishna appears himself, Swayam Bhagavan. He appears himself, he descends himself. And in the same Manvantara, in the same time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also appears. So the appearance of Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very, 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 very rare, which happens only once in the day of Brahma. And we are all very, very fortunate to be in that golden period where we are in that age where Krishna appeared himself. Okay. So now we discussed about the appearance of Krishna. So there are three external reasons why Krishna appeared, why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared as Krishna Chaitanya. So he made his advent in the form of a devotee to personally explain the transcendental mellows of reciprocal service and love exchange between himself and his servants, friends, parents, and fiancés, like we saw in the five rasas. He came to explain them, the transcendental mellows, and to inaugurate the Nama Sankirtana, the Yuga Dharma of Kali Yuga. Even Srimad Bhagavatam also emphasized about the Nama Sankirtan. Kale dosho nide rajan asti eko mahan guna. So Kali Yuga is full of dosha. People are hypocritic, people quarrel, people cheat each other. But there is one good quality, asti eko mahan guna. And what is that guna? Kirtanadasya Krishnasya. Who is doing the Kirtana, who is doing the Nama Sankirtana of Krishna, Mukta Sangha Paramprajit. And they will get liberation for sure. They will be victorious by getting liberation by doing the Harinam. So Lord Chaitanya appeared to give the Harinam Sankirtan. So even the very day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared on a new moon day, we know that in a new moon day, that too, it was a lunar eclipse. Generally, they consider eclipse to be inauspicious, right? So whenever there is an eclipse, people chant more of the God's name, isn't it? Even we are asked during the eclipse to increase your devotional, to chant the holy names of the Lord. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in the Falgun month around in the 15th century. He appeared almost in the end of the 15th century in Calcutta, in Navadvip. He appeared, and he appeared exactly on the lunar eclipse day, where everybody, they all went to Ganga and they all were loudly chanting the names of Hari, 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 Hari. Everybody were chanting. So the very day the Lord appeared, everybody were chanting his holy names. Not only the Hindus, even the Mohammedans at that period, even they were chanting the names of the Hari. So this shows this auspicious appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to bestow the prema bhakti or Braja prema, like just now we discussed. Not just the bhakti alone due to the reverence, but also to give a prema bhakti, the love for God. God as a person, not God as an imperson, or not God just as a Paramatma, but God as a person himself, and develop the loving relationship with the God, and to fulfill the prayers of Advaita Acharya to deliver the people of Kali Yuga. So, around 40 years before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, Advaita Acharya appeared. He is also the incarnation of Vishnu. And people were getting more and more materialistic, and they were becoming less God conscious, and they were using their intelligence only to increase their material wealth and to learn about the material science. But they were slowly losing their interest on knowing about the real self, about their spiritual knowledge, about the God. So Advaita Acharya, out of his causeless mercy and out of his earnest desire to deliver the people of that age, so for almost 40 years, 50 years, Advaita Acharya was every day praying to the Shaligram, Shila of Vishnu, with Tulasi and Ganges water, and the Manjari of the Tulasi. So for 50 years, Advaita Acharya was calling out the names of Krishna. And upon hearing the earnest prayer of Advaita Acharya, Lord Krishna descended himself in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, is it clear? The external reason for the Lord's appearance? So this is external reason, but there are also internal reasons for the Lord's appearance, or the confidential reason for the appearance of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Lord Krishna, he wanted to understand about the about himself, the greatness of himself. He wanted to know what is there in me, what is so high about me that people, Radharani is so much impressed on me. Krishna doesn't know that what is in me, you know, because he felt that the sweetness, the transcendental sweetness, which is experienced by Radharani, is million times more than Lord Krishna himself. He just could not understand what is in me so special that is attracting Radharani so much. So he wanted to taste his own sweetness. So he appeared in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes, he is Krishna himself, but with the body of the luster of Radharani and with the mood of Radharani. Okay. So, and Lord Krishna and Radharani or Chaitanya Charitamrita says that they are one, they are not different, but they came in two different forms to exchange the transcendental love between them. Suppose you want to enjoy, you want to have fun. Is it possible for us to enjoy on our own? Suppose it's your birthday. Do you like to celebrate it on your own, or you wanted to celebrate with your friends?
We want to celebrate with people, with
With
friends.
With
friends,
people,
yeah.
with relatives, with friends, with someone who is very special, right? So Krishna wanted to enjoy. If Krishna wanted to enjoy, who can give him enjoyment other than himself? Who can be as great as Krishna himself? So Lord Radharani is the Aladini potency of Krishna, is one of the internal potency and Aladini Shakti. So the Krishna and Radha are basically one, but they became two to exchange the transcendental bliss. They are one, at the same time, they are different. And Krishna desire to understand the greatness of the Radharani's love. He just thinks why Radharani's love is driving him mad. He was thinking, what is so great about her? How is she having so much of love in me? Nothing is greater than her love, yet she is devoid of all pride. Even though the Mahabhava stage is exhibited by Radharani, she is the greatest devotee of Krishna, but she did not even have one tinge of pride. She was absolutely prideless. Okay. And she is indeed the highest abode of love, Ashraya. Radharani is Ashraya, while I am only the object, which is Vishaya. So I only taste the bliss of Vishaya, but my mind races to taste the higher bliss of Ashraya. So I became the Ashraya, then I have to taste that joy. So Krishna, to understand Radharani, he wants to become Ashraya from Vishaya. He is the object of love, whereas Radharani is the taste of the love, taste of the bliss. So she is the highest abode of love. So he wanted to take the position of Radharani to understand her position, because he felt that the position of Radharani is much greater than himself. And the third reason for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to appear is Krishna hankered to experience the happiness of the Radharani. Her service to him, the gopis' spiritual emotions for Krishna are pure and spotless. They have given up the social custom, spiritual injection, and relatives just for the sake of serving Krishna. The gopis gave up everything when they wanted to meet Krishna, like when they performed the Rasa Leela, it was the dead end of the night in the Purnima month. But they left everything. They left their husbands, they left their children, they left their in-laws. So they left all their social customs, they left everything, and their love for Krishna was spotless. They did not have any selfish motive while approaching the Krishna. So disregarding their own pleasure or pain, they dedicated their body, mind and words for Krishna's service. Kaya, Manasa and Vacha. Everything they dedicated to Krishna. Even Krishna admitted that he cannot repay them for their worship. even within a lifetime of Brahma, rather they should find satisfaction within their own deeds. So Krishna himself thought, how am I going to repay their debt? How am I able to repay? Because they love me so much. And their love for Krishna was so pure. And Srimati Radharani is the topmost gopis. Among all the gopis, Srimati Radharani is the topmost gopis. And all the female, the Shakti incarnate, everything came from Srimati Radharani only. Even Lakshmi is also the from the potency of Srimati Radharani. Even the Ranis in the Dwaraka, when Krishna married 16,108 wives, Rukmani, Satyabhama, they were also the reflection of Radharani. So Radharani expanded herself in so many ways as many gopis, as millions of gopis, then as queens, then as Lakshmi, so that she can expand the pleasure of Krishna. So, because as we said, we like to celebrate with many people, right? Isn't it? If we have a marriage or if there is a big party, if there's a big event, do we like to celebrate within ourselves or we would like to celebrate with among all our friends and relatives? We like to celebrate. So similarly, Radharani thought, how can I, as a single person, how can I give the pleasure to Krishna? So she expanded herself into many, many, many gopis and into and everybody so that. So now Krishna thought in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took the bhava of Radharani so that he wanted to experience that bliss which Radharani is experiencing, which it is was difficult for Krishna himself to understand. So he wanted to appear in the form of Radharani. Okay, is it clear? The three internal reasons for the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Okay. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears in 5 features. Suppose the Prime Minister is visiting Mumbai. Let's keep. Will he keep alone? Will he come alone or he will come along with his associates?
It is
How does the
associate.
great personality come? They don't come alone, right? They come
Yeah.
along with their associates. So
Yeah.
similarly, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, Panchatattva, he appeared in 5 features. So this is also one prayer which I want you all to repeat and write down if possible. Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam
Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam
Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam
Rupam
Bhaktarupasvarupakam
Swarupakam
Bhaktavataram Bhaktyakhyam
Bhaktavataram
Bhaktavataram
Bhaktakyam
Bhaktakyam
Namami Bhaktam Sakitikam
Namami
Namami
Bhaktam
Bhakta
Sakitam
Satikam Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam
Panchatattvaram Krishnam
Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam
Bhaktarupasvarupakam
Bhaktarupam
Bhaktavataram Bhaktyakhyam
Bhaktavataram
Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam
Namami
Namami
Bhakta Satikam
Namami Bhaktasaktikam
Bhaktasaktikam
Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam
Panchatattvatam Krishna
Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam
Bhaktarupasvarupakam
Bhaktarupasvarupakam
Bhaktavataram Bhaktyaktam
Bhaktavataram
Bhaktavataram
Bhaktayakham
Bhaktakyam
Namami Bhaktam Satikam.
Namami Bhaktasaktikam.
The meaning of this verse is, let me offer my obeisances to Lord Krishna, who has manifested himself in 5 as a devotee. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in the form of devotee himself, as a bhakta, as a devotee. And Nityananda Prabhu came is Lord Balaram, who is the expansion of Krishna. So Nityananda Prabhu is the expansion of a devotee. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Bhakt Avatar and Nityananda Prabhu is the expansion of the devotee. Bhakta Rupa Swarupaka. Because remember in the previous class, we learned the expansion of Krishna starts from Balaram. First Krishna expands into Balaram. From Balaram, all the expansion comes. So as their
Mataji, which is the first one? Could you please
first
repeat
one
the
is Krishna Chaitanya, who came in the form of Bhakta Rupa, Bhakta, as a devotee. And Nityananda Prabhu is the expansion of a devotee, who is Lord Balaram. You can write in the bracket Lord Balaram. Chaitanya is Lord Krishna, and Nityananda Prabhu is Balaram. And Advaita Acharya is the incarnation of a devotee. So he is Lord Vishnu and Shiva. So he's the combined form of Vishnu and Shiva. Advaita Acharya. We'll be seeing that no Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita. Advaita is the incarnation of Krishna. Gadadhara is the devotional energy. Shakti, energy of the Lord. She is Srimati Radharani. So she also appeared, Radharani appeared in the form of Gadadhar. And Srivasa is Narad Muni, who is a pure devotee of Krishna.
Tanuja, I'll just repeat. So Lord Chaitanya is Lord Krishna himself.
Yes.
Nityanand is Balram.
Yeah, who is the expansion of Krishna.
Yes. And
Or the
Advaita is incarnation of Lord Krishna.
Yeah. Incarnation of Vishnu.
Incarnation of Vishnu.
Vishnu incarnation.
And
Vishnu incarnation.
Gadadhar is energy of Lord.
Radharani. Radharani. The devotional energy, yes.
The devotional energy.
The
and
energy of the
Vasa
Lord.
is Narad Muni.
Narad Muni, who is a pure devotee. Because Narad Muni represents the pure devotee. He is a Jiva Tattva. Krishna is Vishnu Tattva. And Balaram is also Vishnu Tattva, is the expansion. And Advaita Acharya is also Vishnu Tattva. And Radharani is Shakti Tattva. She is the energy potency. And then Narad Muni is Jiva Tattva. But he is a topmost Jiva Tattva. It means topmost devotee. So he comes in this 5 features. So that's why we chant Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara, Sri Vasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, so that we get the mercy of all of them before chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And it is Lord Chaitanya came specifically to give us the Harinam. So before, that's why it is very important to chant the Panchatattva mantra before chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Is it clear now? This Lord Chaitanya in the 5 features?
Yes.
Because we are always chanting Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, but we should know now who is who. So, and the mercy of Panchatattva, they came with lot of mercy. So what was the main purpose of the Panchatattva is in distributing the love for Godhead. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates did not consider who was fit candidate or who was not. They gave Harinam to everyone, whether they are Mlechas, whether they are Yavanas, whether they are Chandalas, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Shudra, Vaishya. There was absolutely no discrimination at all. So this Harinam was given to men, women, everybody. And nor what their such distribution should not take place. They gave every place. They did not leave even a single place. They were giving this mercy of Mahamantra even to the drunkens, even to the meat eaters. So they were very, very liberal to give the mercy to everyone. And they made no conditions. They were in fact Nityananda Prabhu. He went door to door. And he was calling out to them and he was falling on their legs and tell them, please chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So they came in a very, very munificent form and they came liberally and they were pleading at them to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They made no conditions. Wherever they got the opportunity, the members of Panchatattva distributed the love for Godhead in the marketplace, in all the place, in everywhere they could reach out, they were distributing this Mahamantra to everyone. So in this connection, I would like to talk about one of the pastimes which happened. So there were two drunkens, very drunkens and women hunters, and very deteriorated two people who were Jagai and Madai. Although they were Brahmins, but due to their bad association, they were so deteriorated that people, just by looking at them, they get scared and they run away. And they were plundering the wealth of others. Sometimes they were also killing the people. So they were biggest sinners. And Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakura, they dared to go near them. Although everybody warned them, don't go near them. And they pleaded them, please chant the Mahamantra. But they were not chanting. So the next day, Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas, they went, they said, if we cannot deliver, if we deliver such a fallen people like Jagai and Madai, then everybody will get more confidence. They will have more this thing to chant the Mahamantra. So let us take the mission of delivering the most deteriorated people. So the next day, again, they went to Jagai and Madai, and they were drunken, and they had the liquor in the pot. And the Jagai was, very angry when Nityananda Prabhu said that, please chant the Mahamantra. He had the liquor in the mud pot, and he just hit Nityananda with that. And Nityananda Prabhu was bleeding. Blood was coming out of his forehead. Although they are transcendental, but they did perform the pastime. And somehow Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to know that, Nityananda Prabhu was hit by this Jagai. But Madai felt something very bad. He immediately fell down at the legs of the lotus feet of Nityananda, and he asked the excuse. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, and he was very angry at these two brothers who dared to, hit Nityananda. So immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took his Sudarshan Chakra to take the head out of the people. 1 second. To kill the Jagai and Madai. But Nityananda Mahaprabhu, what he did is, he fell down at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he said that, your mission to come in this age of Kali Yuga is only to deliver the people. You're not here to kill the people. Like Krishna said, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuktanam adharmasya tadatmanam srujamyaham. When Krishna appeared in the form of Rama, when Krishna appeared in the form of Krishna, in all the avatars, he has killed so many people, but this avatar, specifically as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came in a most munificent form. That's what we say. Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya. He was Namo Mahavadanya. He's the more beneficent. So your purpose, if you start killing this Jagai and Madai, then you will start killing each and every people, because 90% of the people in this yuga are very downtrodden. So please excuse them. And because Madai fell at the lotus feet, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, if Nityananda Prabhu is excusing you, then you will be excused. And that day, both Jagai and Madai, they surrendered to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, and they became the most elevated Brahmana. So they gave up all their bad habits. They started chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and the people who were living in that town, they were so much surprised seeing the transformation that happened in the Jagai and Madai. The most sinful people, they became very saintly. And we also see in the Prabhupada's pastime, when we saw in the Hare Krishna movement, when Prabhupada went to America, the people were very degraded. They were taking meat, and they were drunkens, and they were having illicit relationships, and they were gambling. They had all the bad habits. And by the mercy of Prabhupada, who was carrying out the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we could see practically how many people have become very saintly. And today, there are many sannyasis who were hippies in their life before. So such is the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which Prabhupada has carried out to us. Although the members of Panchatattva plundered the storehouse of love of Godhead and ate it and distributed its contents, there was no scarcity. It sometimes you may think, okay, like in the material world, suppose we have made some particular prasadam. If there is only one bucket of prasadam, or let's take 2 buckets, so after we give, it will get reduced. But this love for Godhead, it was not at all getting this. There was no scarcity at all. It was becoming more and more. They were indiscriminately giving to each and everyone. So from this wonderful storehouse is so complete that the love is distributed, the supply increases hundreds of times. So the more the love was distributed, it was increasing more and more. So that is why even when we are preaching Krishna consciousness to others, when we are trying to give bhakti to others, our own bhakti to Krishna, our own love for Krishna will increase more and more. So, like the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is to give the love of Krishna to everyone. So, following the footstep of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we should also try to distribute the love of Godhead to each and every person whom we meet. So let us now glorify the Panchatattva because they have come here to give us the Krishna Prem. So please repeat after me. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya
Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura
Chandra
Bhakta
Jaya Gaura
Vrinda.
Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri
Jaya Sri
Chaitanya
Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya
Jaya
Advaita
Advaita
Chandra
Chandra
Jaya
Jaya Gaura
Gaura
Bhakta
Bhakta
Vrinda.
Vrinda.
All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to Nityananda Prabhu. All glories to Advaita Acharya. And all glories to the devotees of the Lord. So we have to glorify them because they have come here to distribute the love of Krishna to us. So there are so many miraculous activities which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has performed. So here it will take a lot of time for me to explain about all the miraculous activity that he performed. But I would just like to talk about few of the pastimes which Mahaprabhu performed. So there was a Brahmana called Vasudeva. He was a leper, and because of leprosy, his body was having such a bad odor and he had living germs in his body. But he was very, very merciful to those germs that even sometimes if those germs fell down from his body, he used to take it and put it back because he thought that that was the house for the germs and he didn't want them to deprive their house. So he was very, very merciful towards all the living entities, but he was suffering from this leprosy. So once he came to know that in Kurm, one of his Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was visiting one of his friends. So Vasudeva leper, he went to meet his friend, but by the time he came to know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has already left the place. But Mahaprabhu is also the Paramatma because Krishna is also the Paramatma. He is living in everyone's heart. So he understood the desire of the Vasudeva leper. So he immediately came to visit Vasudeva and Vasudev and he hugged him. And the moment he embraced him, Vasudeva's attained, he got a very, very beautiful body and all his leprosy went away. And Vasudeva was very, very scared. He said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please, I am very afraid that because I have a beautiful body now, please bless me that I should not become proud. So, bless me. Then Mahaprabhu said that always chant the Mahamantra. By chanting the Mahamantra, you will always remain humble and you will never become proud. So, that's the way Chaitanya Mahaprabhu blessed the Vasudeva leper. Okay. And then this is another pastime when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was just a baby. He was less than a year old. And it so happened that his father invited a Brahmana who was having a Gopal with them. And the Brahmanas, they like to cook their own food to offer to the Gopal. So once the Brahmana came to the house of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he collected, his father gave him some grocery so that he can make some boga and offer to the Gopal. And when this Brahmana was offering the boga, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was Nimai at that time. His childhood name was Nimai. He became Mahaprabhu later. So Nimai, what he did is he went and he took the boga. And the Brahmana was very upset, and Jagannath Mishra was also upset with Chaitanya, with Nimai, and he told Nimai, please don't do this. This is an offering which this Brahmana is making to his deity. So again, he made the boga for his Gopal. And that time, Nimai was kept very, very far from that place. But somehow, exactly during the time the boga was offered, Nimai came and he again took the boga. And the Brahmana was very, very upset because it was getting very delayed. Now it became night, 12 o'clock. And then Jagannath Mishra, the father of Nimai, he locked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in a room. He put Nimai in a room and he locked him. And then he told the Brahmana, now please don't worry. Nimai will not come and, he will not take your offering. So you can please go ahead and offer to your Gopal. And when he was giving the offering, somehow Nimai came out of the closed room also and he ate the offerings. So now the Brahmana was very, very upset, but Nimai, he exhibited his real form. He showed that he was Lord Krishna himself, and he was trying to offer to the Gopal who is not different from him. So he blessed the Brahmana and he performed this childhood pastime, the very sweet childhood pastimes. And during the Jagannath Rath Yatra, Lord Chaitanya, he had 7 groups of Kirtana. And just like in the Vrindavan pastimes, Lord Krishna danced with each and every gopis. You all remember that pastime where Krishna expanded himself and was dancing with each and every gopis, like how he expanded himself and he lived with each and every queen in Dwaraka. Similarly, the Lord expanded himself into 7 forms, and each group could see Lord Chaitanya in their group. So that's how this is a pastime which Lord Chaitanya performed during the Rath Yatra. And not only that, he made his appearance by eating from the distant place. Sachimata is the mother of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu has taken sannyasa at a very, very young age. In 24 years, he became sannyasis, because what happened is when he was dancing in love in ecstasy of Krishna, this is dancing and chanting, everything was being taken in a different way by the people. Even his own peers, they started mocking Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So because he came to establish the Yuga Dharma, so he took the position of sannyasis, because sannyasi is somebody who is very revered. So Sachimata, even though her son left him in a very young age, but she was every day offering the boga to Chaitanya. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even though he was in Jagannath Puri, from the distance, he was accepting the boga offered by his mother. So similarly, for 2 such devotees, he appeared. Okay. So, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also predicted that his Senapati Bhakta, Srila Prabhupada, was a Senapati Bhakta, and he will spread the chanting of the holy names all around the world. So this was also the prediction made by the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that a Senapati Bhakta will spread the holy names all over the world, and which we know that Prabhupada has given Hare Krishna movement all over the world. He established Krishna consciousness in each and every countries of the world. So what are the instructions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Chare teke tare kaho Krishna upadesh, amar ajnana guruhana tare e desha. So this is an instruction given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that instruct everyone to follow the orders of Lord Krishna as they are given in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So he told to each and every one of us, whomsoever we see, we should give them this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, and we should tell them about Krishna. In this way, he said, Amara Ajnana Guru, it is my order, become a spiritual master and try to liberate everyone in this land. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted each and every one of us to become Guru. Whomsoever is born in this Punya Bhumi of Bharata, He wanted us to become gurus and give this message of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran to everyone. So this is the instruction given by Lord Krishna himself. So let us try our best to give this Krishna Prema or this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam to each and everybody whom we get in touch. So Krishna said, please talk about me. He did not tell us to make them devotees. So let us not get disheartened if somebody is taking up this devotional service or they are taking up the teachings or not. That is not in our hands. That is by the mercy of Krishna, one gets bhakti, by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. But our duty is just to give this knowledge to each and everybody whom we meet. So can we all do this? Jare deko tare kahe Krishna Upadesh? Yes? Okay.
Yeah, we can try.
Yeah, we should try. We should try our best to give, because each and every one of us have come to this Krishna consciousness because somebody else has introduced us, right? We did not come by ourselves. Somehow by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we have the book. Some of us might have got in touch with the book. Some of us have got in touch with the devotees. So each and every one of us are here because of some reasons. So similarly, we should give the same mercy to others also. Because Krishna said, Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kashin Yatati Siddhaye Yatatam api Siddhanam Kashin Mambeti Tatvata. Among thousands, only one can understand Krishna. Even among the thousand, only one can obtain in perfection. So knowing Krishna is not at all easy. It is very, 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 very rare, which means according to Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, only 1 in million can understand Krishna to perfection. But still, Krishna in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came in a very, very liberal way, and without any discrimination, he gave this love of Krishna to each and everyone. Okay. So the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Bharata Bhumite Haila Manusha Janma Yara Janma Sartaka Karikara Para Upakara. One who has taken this birth as a human being in the land of India, the Bharata Varsha, should make his life successful and work for the benefit of all the other people. So because we have taken the birth here, we should also make the life of other people successful by giving them the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, by giving them Hare Krishna Mahamantra, by giving them books, by giving them prasadam. So there are so many ways in which we can give bhakti to others. So somewhere, some way or the other, we should try to give this knowledge of Krishna consciousness to each and everybody whom we meet. So this Krishna conscious movement says, Prithvi Chere Ache Yata Nagarati Grama Sarvatra Prachara Haibe Mora Nama. In every town and village, the chanting of my name will be heard. So this is a prediction given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this Krishna conscious movement is based on the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the pioneer of Krishna conscious movement is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gave this teaching to 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, namely headed by Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami and Gopala Bhatta Goswami, Raghunatha Goswami, Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, and Jiva Goswami. They are the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave them the task of excavating the Vrindavan, because Vrindavan was almost covered. After Krishna left Dwapar Yuga, for 5,000 years, Vrindavan was covered. And upon the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they excavated all the pastimes of Vrindavan, and today we could see Radha Kund, Sham Kund, and all the 7 temples of principal temples of Vrindavan were all established by the Goswamis of Vrindavan. So from them it is passed on to Krishnaraj Kaviraj Goswami, Narottama Das Thakura. From Narottama Das Thakura, from there it is passed on to Jagannath Mishra, Jagannath Baba, from Jagannath Baba to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and from Bhaktivinoda Thakur it was passed on to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura, and from Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura to Srila Prabhupada. So this is a parampara. This parampara is Brahma, Madhava, Gaudiya, Sampradaya, because it is from Brahma. In the previous classes, we saw the 4 principal Sampradayas. So this Brahma Sampradaya, this is started by Madhvacharya, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took Diksha from Ishwarapuri, who is from the Sampradaya of Madhvacharya and Brahma Madhava Sampradaya, and that is why it is called as Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya. So although ISKCON is international, and we see that devotees are giving Hare Krishna Mahamantra everywhere, they are giving books to everywhere, they are giving books to the people, they are giving Harinam to everybody. So one should not consider this to be a very, very cheap movement or something, a sentimental movement. That's why Prabhupada has given 60 books. Prabhupada has given 60 books so that he wanted us to understand the philosophy, because Krishna consciousness is a science. It is just not a sentimental, it's a science. So he gave us so many books so that we become philosophically strong, and with that philosophical strength, we can chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra without any doubt or without any questions. We can chant from our heart. So we should all take the advantage of the books of Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada has given his books based on the teachings of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam and by previous Acharya. He has not concocted any new ideas. So we should try to read the books of Srila Prabhupada. We should listen to the classes of Srila Prabhupada, and we should chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We should take prasadam, we should accept prasadam, and we should give the Krishna consciousness to each and everybody we meet. By doing so, like Krishna says, Sarvadharman Parityaja, we can surrender to Krishna. Surrender to Krishna is possible very easily by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay. I will stop here, and I would also like to give 10 instructions given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just a second. So these are the 10 aspects of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. It's not in my PowerPoint, but I would like to tell that. So drives away lamentation. So by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, drives away all our lamentation, and purifies everything, and awakens spiritual bliss, and mitigate the disagreements of the scriptures. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave a philosophy called Achintya Beda Beda. So we have a personalist philosophy, Dvaita philosophy, which says that God is different and God is superior and everybody else is different, and Advaita philosophy, which says that each and everybody is the God. But Achintya Beda Beda, the philosophy says that, we are qualitatively same, but quantitatively we are different, which means we are same in the quality of the God, but we are different in the quantity. So it has bridged the philosophy of the Dvaita and Advaita, personalism and impersonalism. So both the features are correct, but they are not correct in them fully. They are correct in them partially. So he bridged this gap. And he has distributed the rasas. We saw the 5 principal rasas Chaitanya Mahaprabhu distributed. And the Mahamantra given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu causes jubilation of the heart. And by the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, has stimulated us bhakti. And he gave us full ecstasy and joy. And he also awakened the good fortune. What is the good fortune that we are getting in this period? The good fortune is we are getting Krishna Prem, which was not available in any other yuga. So that fortune, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has awakened to us. Okay, Hare Krishna. Any questions on this? See, there are a lot of books on Lord Chaitanya. There is teachings of Lord Chaitanya. There are one small book of teachings of Lord Chaitanya, and there is little bit a bigger book on the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. And one who wants to know elaborately about Lord Chaitanya, there is Chaitanya Charitamrit, which is made up of which is 9 volumes book. So at least we should start with a small book, teachings of Lord Chaitanya. So please try to get that book and read it. So last week I told you to read the book Srila Prabhupada and Lord Chaitanya, Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, written by Srila Prabhupada. So this, when you read the books, you will get to know a lot because there are so many things to say, but provided we are constrained by the time, so I didn't want to elaborate so much. So important thing is I want to say who is Lord Chaitanya and what is the main purpose for him to advent. Okay.
So, Tanjamaji, what is the 4th point?
On this mercy of Chaitanya,
Yeah.
purifies, mitigates the disagreement of the scriptures.
Okay.
Like there are scriptures, one philosophy says Dvaita philosophy, and another one is Advaita philosophy. Dvaita philosophy says God is different and everybody else is different. So Advaita philosophy says that everybody is the same. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu proposed a philosophy called Achintya Beda Beda, which means we are simultaneously one and different, which means qualitatively we are one, but quantitatively we are different. Like a gold. Gold in the mine and the powder of the gold, they are same in quality.
Yeah.
But what about the quantity? Can we estimate the gold in the mine to be anywhere near to the powder of the gold?
No way.
So that is why the jivas, we are like, another example is like we are the drop of the ocean, water, and Krishna is the ocean. So the drop has same quality as that of the water in the ocean. Ocean water is salty, and even if you take a drop of water from the ocean, it is also salty. So qualitatively we are one, but quantitatively we are different.
Yeah. Thank you.
So in that way, he has mitigated the discrepancies of the scriptures between the Advaita philosophy and Dvaita philosophy. And that is called Achintya Beda Beda. So our philosophy is based on Achintya Beda Beda. Whereas Dvaita says God is different and we are all different. We are different from God. And Advaita says everybody is God.
Both are going to the extreme.
Yeah, both are in the extreme. So he brought in between.
Okay. Thanks.
Because what the Mayavadis, the Advaita philosophy says that Jagat, Brahma Satyam, Jagat Nityam. They say that the Jagat is false and Brahman is real. And they think as long as you are getting liberated, you are in the material form, you are in the material world and you undergo suffering. So once you get liberated, you also become the God. But Dvaita philosophy says you can never become God. And even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prabhupada also says that we can never become the God, but we can only become the servants of the God. We are always Jivera Swarupaho, Krishnera Nityadas. Our original position is we are the servants of Krishna. Right? So that is our real position is we are the servants of Krishna. And the servant enjoys the same pleasure as that of the Lord. And we saw Radharani was experiencing million times more pleasure than Krishna himself. She is the topmost servant of Krishna. And Krishna had to come in the bow of Radharani to understand that love. Isn't it? So, in the material world, the master is always plundering the servant. But in the spiritual world, in the transcendental plane, there is no difference between the master and the servant. Although there is a difference, like we saw, Krishna became Parthasarathi for Arjuna. Isn't it? So for the
Yes,
devotee,
Mataji.
Krishna can go to any extent. So the servant, in the sense, we should not think like, but our position is to know that Krishna is a master and we are all his servants. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadi Radhi Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. He is the cause of all the causes. And he is a Sachidananda. And we being is part and parcel, like Krishna says, Mamaivamsho, Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. So we are all is part and parcel. So we also have the quality of Krishna, but right now, because we are covered with our material desires and material lust, that we are not able to understand it. That's why Prabhupada said that Krishna consciousness is dormant in each and every living entity. Otherwise, these foreigners, how will they become Krishna conscious so fast? And Prabhupada, those initial students of Prabhupada, within 6 months, they started giving classes on Srimad Bhagavatam. And that time they did not have so many books like this also. Because by the costless mercy of Prabhupada, they all got so much empowered that they could do a lot to the mission. Okay. Any questions, Mataji? Hare Krishna.
Mataji.
No, Mataji, thank you.
Thank you.
So is it was this class useful for you to understand about who is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and why we
Yes.
chant the Panchatattva mantra?
Yeah. Mataji, you'll be posting this class, no? The
Yeah,
recording?
I will share this PowerPoint that I made in the group. So
Yeah,
it will
because
be
I've come
quite
late.
useful.
I came little
Yeah,
late, so I missed.
I'm also doing the recording, but apart from that, I will also share the PowerPoint because all
Okay.
the slokas are there in the PowerPoint, and I want you to include in your prayer book.
Okay.
Because these slokas are, and when we did Namo Mahabhadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate, so this is also one of the prayers which we do while offering the bhoga to Krishna. So in another class, I will specifically take on how do we offer bhoga to Krishna.
Yeah.
So first we offer bhoga to Krishna by giving it to Srila Prabhupada. We sing the Prabhupada Pranati. And then we offer it to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then we offer it to Krishna. So we go in the steps. We don't directly offer it to Krishna. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale. We offer next Namo Mahavadanyaya. Then we have another pranam mantra for Krishna Balaram. So Namo Brahmanya Devaya, Go Brahmanya Hitaya, Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya, Govindaya Namo Namah. I will post that also because now you are familiar with the two slokas for offering. Only one sloka is remaining. So if I give that, then you will be familiar and you can offer the bhoga appropriately to Krishna.
Yeah.
Okay, Mataji?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mataji.
So next class will be our last class in this introduction session. So because the Kartik Damodar month is starting from 17th of October, so we will have a special session on the Katha of Damodar Leela and how do we celebrate the Kartik month? What all the things that we can do? Kartik month is very, very potent. So anything that we do in Kartik month, it is multiplied by 1,000 times. Even if you're doing one round of japa, that means you're doing japa for 1,000 times. So every service that you do to Krishna is multiplied so many times. So let us see how we can observe this Kartik month. What are the ways in which we can increase our devotional service to Krishna? And these months are very powerful for us to advance in devotional service. So we will have a special session on that. And then we will take a break until the Diwali is over because I'm also traveling to Dwaraka from 22nd of October to 30th of October. I'm traveling there. So pray for all of us. And then November 10th, we will start our session from Bhagavad Gita. So we'll start from chapter 1, text 1. So we'll properly understand the Bhagavad Gita right from the first chapter, sloka by sloka. Okay,
Yeah.
Mataji, any
Okay.
questions?
No, thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Dhananjay Mataji.
We'll do the pranam mantra. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu bhayevacha patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti vaishnava vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.